The honourable member for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill.
Mr. Chair, less than 230,000 housing starts occurred in 2024, but the government allowed in over 1 million people in the middle of a housing crisis. Why did they do this?
Mr. Chair, immigration is Canada's greatest strength, I say to you, and it is important not to blame newcomers to Canada for the housing crisis.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, with vacancy rates below 2% in many parts of the country, how can the minister justify bringing in hundreds of thousands more people to Canada this year?
Minister.
Very much, Mr. Chair. What I will say is, post-pandemic, had we not increased our immigration levels, our economy would have absolutely shrunk.
Chair, it was the minister's government. It was the Liberal government that created all this crisis. They created the housing crisis. They created the healthcare crisis. They created the infrastructure crisis. Does the minister acknowledge that the out-of-control immigration levels helped to double the cost of rent in Canada?
Minister.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. We recognize that we need to balance our immigration levels with the pressures on housing, and that is exactly what we are doing.
Minister, member.
Mr. Chair, the 2025 Global Cities Index from Oxford Economics found that people in Toronto spend more of their income on housing than residents of nearly every other city in the world. Why is this minister and this government bringing in hundreds of thousands more people to Canada this year?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Figures that I've been presented with have told me, because of the work that we have been doing in cities like Toronto, there is now a decline of 8.1% in rent.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, Toronto has the highest housing cost in the world. The CMHC says we need 3.5 million more homes by 2030 to provide shelter for people who are already here. Why is this government bringing in hundreds of thousands more foreign students and low-skilled labor in the middle of a housing crisis?
The honourable minister.
So, Mr. Chair, he mentioned foreign students, meaning international students. We have brought in 290,000 net new arrivals in Canada through the International Student Program. A lot of these students are here.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, the minister knows there's less housing starts than that. Rents have more than doubled across the country. Canadians can't afford their mortgage and their rent. And international students are sleeping under bridges or in tents due to the housing shortages. Why is the minister issuing hundreds of thousands more foreign student visas this year?
The honourable minister.
So, Mr. Chair, we have introduced student caps. We have also worked with the institutions. The provinces are very well aware, and they're working with their universities and colleges through the designated learning institutions. We have put all kinds of limitations and expectations on the universities.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, asylum seekers have overwhelmed Toronto's homeless shelters. How much did taxpayers spend in 2024 for hotels for refugees? Can the minister give us a number?
The honourable minister.
How much has the federal government spelled? I did have that in my estimate, actually, on the, and I will get it for you, yes.
The honourable minister, or member.
Mr. Chair, why is the government spending billions of dollars to house asylum seekers in hotels in Toronto when many Torontonians can't afford rent?
Minister.
So, Mr. Chair, the housing temporary relief that we have is a long-term. We provided money to provinces in order to build infrastructure that is permanent. The number.
The honourable member.
Mr. Chair, experts have been warning for years that the Liberals' radical levels of immigration have been jacking up housing prices. Does the minister at least acknowledge that the Liberals' out-of-control immigration levels have made Canadians pay way more for housing?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I believe I've already responded to that question when we talk about international students and housing. The facts show that the rents have already started to come down in major cities. And yes, they have, and we have.
Member, last question, briefly.
Mr. Chair, clearly that's not a true statement. The minister has said that immigration must be sustainable. Are the tent cities, overflowing shelters, and sky-high rents across Canada what your government?
The honourable minister, brief response.
We believe in a managed, well-managed, sustainable immigration system. Thank you.